I've been wanting to talk about faith for some time now, especially concerning some popular fallacies. The biggest one is that faith is blind, that we believe in something just because of some nice sentiment, and that somehow guarantees that things are magically right. A number of years ago, I realized that I was an evidentialist, a word I had only really associated with atheism, and believed it to be very negative and nasty. In my mind, I basically equated it with being a materialist, somebody who can only believe something if they can see some sort of literal physical proof, or at the very least some kind of data from scientific study. But that is not quite what evidentialism is. That is only a particular and peculiar form used by certain modern atheists, like the so-called new atheists. Instead, evidentialism is simply the view that a person is justified in believing a proposition if and only if their evidence supports that belief. This opens things up to far more than just science and material observation. It includes history, sworn witness testimony, various kinds of psychological profiling for evaluating that testimony, archaeology, anthropology, and other fields tasked with examining ancient records and artifacts. Anyway, I soon realized that I was an evidentialist. This became clear when I adopted the apologetics of Hugh Ross and his work, which analyzes scientific discoveries alongside Christian beliefs concerning old earth creationism. But I quickly saw that this approach fit things in general as a Christian. The Bible itself commands us to test all things, hold fast what is good. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. This concept is also echoed in the Greek word for truth in the New Testament, aletheia, which refers to truth as unconcealed reality, fact in detail, objective and unveiled, standing in active relation to God and our duties toward Him. This truth harmonizes beautifully with the Hebraic word for truth, emet, which conveys not just factual accuracy but faithfulness, reliability, stability, and integrity, like strong arms supporting the helpless, providing structural strength that endures from beginning to end, symbolized by the first, middle, and last letters of the Hebrew alphabet. And this reminds me of the prophetic words from Amos 3:3. Can two walk together unless they are agreed? A principle echoed throughout Scripture, urging alignment in truth for harmonious living. In Christianity, we have many diverse views on various matters, and we see the same outside the faith when dealing with other cultures. But when we dig into matters both spiritual and secular, we should find areas of commonality based on what is actually true. That truth should, in fact, give our lives stability and help us find commonality with others who likewise share the same needs and concerns. In closing, I think it's essential to say something about God Himself as the ultimate ground of our certainty. We have this confidence of belief because of the unfailing eternal nature of God, His faithfulness that we witness every day. Consider the simple miracle of the sun rising each morning, a reliable rhythm that has persisted for billions of years, despite the chaos of existence. The world manages to go on in spite of all the forces arrayed against our survival, whether it's our own evil impulses that could one day lead to nuclear annihilation, or the inherently hostile nature of the universe itself, which is not particularly friendly to life as we know it. This brings us back to the work of Hugh Ross, whose research on cosmic fine tuning underscores just how improbable our existence truly is, yet how purposefully designed it appears. In his analysis, Ross identifies over 400 independent parameters that must fall within exquisitely narrow ranges for physical life to exist on a planet like Earth. These span cosmic scales from the universe's expansion rate and dark matter distribution, probabilities around 0.1 each, to galactic features like star density and supernova timing as low as 0.001 for certain stellar luminosity changes relative to life's speciation rates, down to planetary specifics like axial tilt variation, 0.001, and atmospheric oxygen levels, 0.001. When you multiply these probabilities together, treating them as independent events, the odds of even one such life-supporting body emerging by chance plummet to something on the order of 10 rowers 164 or lower, a number so vanishingly small it defies random cosmic luck. Ross argues this isn't mere coincidence, but evidence of a transcendent fine-tuner whose faithfulness sustains the delicate balance allowing life and human discovery of that very design to flourish. Far from blind, then, faith is the reasoned trust in a God whose reliability is etched into the fabric of reality itself. It invites us not to leap into the dark, but to walk confidently in the light of evidence, history, and the unchanging character of the Creator who holds it all together. As we test and hold to the good, may we find the stability of Met and the unveiling of Aletheia, drawing us into deeper agreement with Him and with one another, and with one